Hey there, it's Aiden from Amazing Acrylics and More. If you do not know me, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy the video. In today's video, we will be looking at my Twitch stream doing the DIY barricades. It is eco-friendly, budget-friendly. I'm just trying to make it like as accessible as possible and show you can make terrain with literally anything. With that, let's roll the intro, and I hope you enjoy the video. We should be live. It's gonna be fun actually having the arm set up better. So to anybody watching, I put out a story on the Instagram. I made this earlier. By earlier I mean yesterday. So I'm just going to try to keep the steps the same. So dowels will be first. So I did that on this one. So I'm going to take my second one. It's just junk foam. I'm trying to make like cheap, accessible, like DIY terrain. So these are going to be some barricades, sort of like those like orc barricades you'd see, it's just a bunch of, it's just junk all over. So for that, I take the dowel. I'm not even measuring, I'm just eyeballing this stuff. And snap it in about half, say. Just get down to a point. Now here's what I like though. Already we're reusing stuff, but you can reuse the shavings after for dust and gravel. So like there's so much that you can do, and that's what I'm trying to do on the streams and in content, is show you like you don't need the craziest things ever. Like you can make awesome terrain and paint amazing things with accessible things as well. Like you don't have to go out of your way. So I just punctured it in, and then I put the white glue after. But here we go. For post number 1, let's see how a miniature would do behind there. Yeah, okay, so I mean there is enough room, It could be larger, but these are just like small scatter pieces. So these are the PIDs that I cut off of other ones. So that's what I mean, like you could use this. Maybe one's going to be lying down in front and broken. Like you can reuse so much, which I absolutely love. I'm going to take my second dowel. Note to self, next time turn off notifications because I can hear my phone vibrating, and I apologize, it's probably vibrating to all you guys who are watching. Okay. Pretty good, nice point. And I'm just going to start at the edge. Hopefully not. Hopefully don't break it. Yeah, okay, I punctured through the bottom, but that's fine. That's fine. Punctured through the bottom, whatever. Maybe. Do you like it slanted? Oh yeah. Ooh. Alright. Maybe I'll do this one like slanted. Don't do it fully properly. Maybe it's like this part will be covered up and proper, and like there's just gonna be debris and stuff that's fallen there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna snip this at the top. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Nice. I'll break off some bits just to get like a little bit more worn down and broken. Okay, so to give myself, oh, and that just went flying. A nice little point so I can stab that in. Yeah. Oh, okay, whatever. Put another one in there. I just hate how you can't use, hello random viewer, thank you for stopping in. I just hate how you can't use super glue on these. Yeah, that should work. So yeah, this bit will be covered up. So I could take like, this is it, probably do like, use like, maybe like a cereal box, whatever. But this for like the support, put that behind, and then maybe there's iron in front. or maybe you can take like an index card and use that for like an extra bit of coverage. But this is it. I just want it to be like quick, easy, accessible. So that's good. I think I'm just, yeah, I'm going to keep that covered. So then, you know, it's not Warhammer, it's a Gen. But, you know, then you could fit some other guys here and they could maybe like shoot here, but run for cover over there. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go with that. Let's try that. And then what I'm going to do... Oh, 1 second. I'm going to pause stream somehow. I've accidentally ended it. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and add the debris around here. Like that. I just have to go run and actually find a thin of glue because I forgot where I put my glue. This one is not the best. So I will be right back with a thin of glue. I would say like elevator music or something, but I'd not have elevator music. Never mind. I'm going to use that glue. I got to find where I put my other glue. The Elmer's glue. I like that one more. It's probably in one of my bins for my events. But let's see. Yeah, I'll start gluing some of these in. Look at that. If I can, yeah. What I like to do is like take it out, but soak it in glue. Take it out, put it back in. These that are all the way in, at that point, I just whatever. They're done. They're in there. I'm not gonna go yank it out. If they're in there, and yeah, let's see that right there. Gonna take some of that shaving. And there we go. Free gravel. Free gravel and debris. Put that around there. So this is where the miniature would be. Like you'd have. Right, so then this is open to shoot, and you have a little bit of cover there. Like it's, yeah, I know it's not the largest one, but you know it works. Then I'll just know for next time to make it a little bit larger so you can actually fit a miniature behind there. My apologies if it did end the stream. I think it did. This is like, I don't even know, my second Twitch stream. Still awfully new to Twitch. It's not my thing, but it is sort of fun. Kind of came here because Instagram stopped letting you go live with a small account unless you have 1,000 followers. So that's one of the reasons behind my 1K giveaway. If you are coming from Instagram and watching there, is so then I can go live on Instagram. Although if Twitch does go well, I might just stay with it and just still, you know, celebrate the 1K, of course. There we go. I mean, I could super glue. Yeah, I don't want to risk super gluing that wood. So that is that. All right, I got that done. So that's going to be covered. This will stay open. Maybe I'll put just a tiny one in, just so it's not too open. Just don't want to lose too much length though as I'm doing this. Hello. Thank you for stopping and checking the stream. So working on some terrain here, some barricades. The challenge is kind of just to make it as like cheap and accessible as possible. So it's like just dowels and supplies you'd have just around your house. So this is the one I'm doing on stream. This is what I did last night. So this one's a little bit longer and curves around, so I'm gonna do like, you know, some posts on the side there. Whereas this one, it's a little bit shorter, and what I'm going to do instead is this part will be covered, but this part will be open, so like you could shoot or something, so you have coverage here, but you still have open space there. So that is that. I'm also going to and take some of those wood bits that went flying all over and just use them again. Just scatter them around. It's nice. It's almost like rocks, and it kind of ties in better because it is literally from the piece itself. So that's that. That is going to dry. I'm just going to set that off to the side there so that I can get to all my supplies. I do have, oh, sorry, I just bumped my arm. Another piece, but this is probably going to be like too small, or I wouldn't get much out of it. It might just be like a single corner piece because so much of this is shaved. Very little is actually surface area, but I do have another one. I might do that if, you know, if people are enjoying this and it's fun and I need some more terrain, I might do this. But I always have junk foam on the side, and that was the thing. I was doing the terrain piece that I have posted on my page, and I thought, I'm not going to dump this foam, I might as well use it. So I used it for that, but then I was thinking, you know what, I bet I can also find another use. So I used the junk foam from that junk foam to make these, and then I'm using more junk to make terrain, not junk. Because this isn't junk, this is awesome. Here's my old knife. There we go. Pop open. New thing of super glue. Just gonna start gluing the walls, the covers, I don't know, whatever you'd call it, on. So for that, I think I'm going to, first I'm going to seal this off. I'm not going to use it as of yet. I'm probably going to start with this. It's probably going to be the roughest. Maybe you're not going to see all of it either. Like, you're probably not going to see all of it, but it's going to be nice for the support. Yeah, this is my bad knife. I just run this one through foam and stuff. It's not all that sharp, but I like it. It's good. It still serves me a purpose. Or I use my junkier knives when I'm poking open super glue so I don't damage my better knives. And I mean, to be fair, it's doing a job. It's giving you some not so pretty rough edges as well, right? So it's not absolutely perfect. There we go. That should be better. Yeah, that's good. And it has a point of contact there and two there. Sweet. All right, so let's go. Hopefully it doesn't like drip and get onto the foam, because I've had that happen before and it is not fun. Because if you do not know, super glue and foam do not get along. It melts it. But yeah, we will see. Okay. Should be good. There we go. Alright, so that's the first layer. Who knows? Maybe there's going to be a random piece of like steel or metal. I don't know, but it's just going to be like the core, what's actually holding it together and holding it in place. So I'm going to get that done. Sure. Let's try that. Try that on the side. Ooh, actually, that just might work. That might be pretty cool. Let's give that a shot. My apologies. I know the stream was like, the announcement was awfully soon, but yeah, I honestly didn't know with time, with college, with homework, all that fun stuff. But I mean, doing the stream, it's fun, and besides, it's also a nice learning experience to get familiar with Twitch, because I got no idea what I'm doing. Okay, this is not bonding really well. It's bonding to my finger, but not to the material, of course. Okay, I'm going to tuck that in. Yeah. It's not gonna be perfect. It's terrain. It's gone through battles and wars. It's not gonna be perfect, but I do want it to look somewhat decent. Alright, let me grab, I usually have some skulls nearby. I'm going to try to put a skull on, but then it's going to melt it. No, you know what? Sure, I'm going to go for it. I'll break off a skull. I know it's going to melt it. I'll just try to make a little bit of a hole first. Or see if I can put it on a piece of wood. Maybe that's it, if I can fit. Yeah, we'll try that. See if I can. Yeah. Ah, sweet. There we go. Didn't melt the foam, just sits nicely on the wood. Oh, no, I jinxed it. Oh, now we're back. And now my fingers are glued together. Alright. I'm battling with the skull. Okay. I should really get tweezers. I don't know why I've not learned to use tweezers. Alrighty. I'm gonna go pick up the phone. I'll be right back. Never mind, that's the bank. I do not care. Alrighty. There we go. Just stay there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alrighty, it's looking so much better, like just with this, and there's going to be more levels to it, but this I think already looks fantastic. The dabbles, I wonder if it's going to be like, I'm going to do it like wood, or how I'm going to do it. It's going to be a dark wood, a light wood, I don't know. All this I'm going to cover up, but what I want to do is take another piece. There we go, let's cap that before it dries out. Yeah, maybe a shorter one. Maybe some of it's going to be layered. Maybe it's going to be messy. I don't know. Or maybe... No, maybe not that much. Maybe just fold up about that much. Got no idea what I'm doing. No, I'm going to cut that off. I lied. It's not going to be fully covered. Mostly covered. Yeah, there we go. Just right in the seam there. Got to get some dots of glue. Oh, okay. This does not want to work with me here. There you go. That's not too shabby. Alright, that's not too bad. That's pretty cool. Alright. Maybe I will add... I got stubs there. No, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave the side there. Yeah. There's that. I'm going to have to think about some inspiration after, about how I'm going to go through and actually add all the extra walls and levels, because I swear I could probably go overboard and add so many. Like, you know, I want it to be detailed, but I don't want it to be over the top either, you know, if that makes sense. Let's do some rough shapes there. That's too perfect. Now it's even better. It's too perfect now. It's like, it's a perfect line. I want messy. I guess I'm not getting messy. That's, oh man. Okay. I'll glue that on there. There we go. There you go. You can kind of see it. I can kind of see it coming to life. I don't know about you, but like, right, different spots of metal. Maybe I'm gonna do like some graffiti on it. It's not too bad. I think I'll take then a smaller chunk and do the same over there. But I don't want to go overboard though, and like that little bit of detail becomes too much, you know? Like that's something I find is sort of hard sometimes when doing pieces, especially things you like. It's like, oh yeah, let's add a detail, and now suddenly that detail isn't like so beautiful and amazing anymore because you have so many details, you know? But I'm sorry if I called you out, you know, somebody has to call us out here. Let's just do that. There we go. I'm gonna glue it on the edge there. Do like an edge piece. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Alright, so once again, I'm just gonna do it in the seam there. If it will stick, this does not seem like it wants to stay. This I don't care if that sticks up. I just wanted to make sure that it sticks and stays on because I'm probably going to cover that up. But I just want to make sure that that stays on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go in with another dab of glue. Way more than I needed. That is definitely going to stick now. That's maybe a little bit too much. Oh, okay. Let's get maybe one last sort of shape. I'll like put that. Yeah. Do that. There's also going to be the other surfaces too. Like I can maybe like paper mache it sort of thing and add some textures. I could take some index cards and add that as well. I could just layer this. There's also the cardboard there. Like there's so much that you can do with this. It's so much fun. So I'm going to put that off to the side. See how sturdy. Not too much. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this. Come on, don't break all over. Alright, it's all good. It just exploded. It didn't break. That's good. Yeah, desk area is set up in the corner, so it's all good. It bounces off the wall. It doesn't hit me or anything, so I'm happy. I'm going to... and try to get super glue on there. Let's see if I can merge those two together. Yeah. All right. And going over, coffee break. Oh, wow, it's already been about 20 some minutes. I mean, yeah, depending on the time, I might do like, I don't know, maybe call it a 30-minute stream. I can tell my homework for today, but I do have some other work I could get done for the rest of the week. Mind you, I do have extra time. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, that's staying on. That's merged. Sweet. Um, okay, that's an even better size. So I gotta trim that down. Maybe the corner there so it's not like so perfect. So just go. There we go. Let me tear up that corner too. There we go. Maybe it won't cover the whole thing. Yeah, that's fine though. Hey, it doesn't cover the whole thing, but it looks nice. It leaves some of that exposed. I kind of like that. I like it. So right down there, we need a bead of glue. Just a little bit of glue. Glue it in place. Just a little bit. There we go. There we go. And even that looks cool. Right? You still see some of the post or the beam or whatever you want to call it. And it has the covering there. I think I'm going to add. Oh, don't want to stab myself. I'm gonna add. Yeah, there we go. Just a little bit. Do something like that. Yeah. Add, oh, I'm dropping it. Add that onto the back. Like, already, isn't that crazy? We went from foam and dowels to a pretty decent frame. And I bet you, once this is primed and painted, you probably can't even tell that it was made out of like junk foam and a bunch of DIY. Like, that's the thing I love. You can get away with so much, and it looks so cool. Like, it looks good. It's not like, oh, it looks bad. No, no, no. It looks good, and it works. Do I have a thinner piece? Oh, a thinner, smaller piece. I'll do maybe like a strip that's falling down. So I'm going to cut up about not too thick. A decent sized strip. Oh, I can cut that again. Yeah. Oh, there. Okay. There we go. That's pretty good. It's gonna mess up the top a little bit. So it's not perfect. There we go. Alright, so that's going to be hanging on a bit, but that should be fine. Just going to dab it on, since that's where we're going to put that on. And should be good. There we go. Sweet. Unless I want to cut off, do I not? No, I think I'm going to leave it. I'll probably glue that in place like that, bend down a little bit. I'll just put like a little piece of gravel, or in this case wood, behind it. Yeah. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright, so it's like rested on a rock, or whatever that is, I don't know. Got any bits of foam I could just toss in there? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Then, let's see. Perfect. Have a little chunk there. Then, put like a little rock or boulder in front of it. Need a little bit. I might leave that hole there. I was originally planning on having a full strip there, so I made a little hole with my knife. But I might just keep that there. Because who's to say it has to be perfect? There we go. I think that looks pretty cool. And probably a decent time to end the stream if you ask me. Maybe I'll add like a single skull here and then call it done. But I mean, we converted what was just foam to adding the dowels, adding a basic frame. Oh, yeah, what the heck. I'll add one more thing. I'll add this and then I'll call it. But all in all, it was pretty fun. I'll have some updates up on, whatchamacallit, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of that. But Instagram is the best. And if you're watching and you see this, if you are not following me on Instagram, I'm pretty sure I connected, excuse me, all of my links, if not my link tree, to my Twitch account here. So if you want to follow on Instagram, I believe it at like 870 something. If we hit 1,000 followers by the end of the year, I'm going to do a crazy giveaway, and there's going to be 2 giveaway winners instead of just 1. So thank you for joining the stream. This is how the larger one started. Well, right with the dowels and everything. The skull there I think is a nice little touch. Right, just something small, but it adds a nice little something. Show it to you up close. And all of this is, I don't know, under probably $10 in your recycling bin. It's not going to cost much. You see, even those shavings there, when I clipped that off, it gave me shavings. You see shavings, I see gravel and dirt, and it gives you good enough clearance to fit, you know, a model or 2 in there. I don't want to add too much gravel though, because you see then you have that problem if you want to fit some models in there. But like from there on the side, you could shoot an enemy, right? Totally could do that. And then with this one here, there's definitely going to be space because I didn't do it as tall. Although the base size is smaller. So that, shoot there. This side's going to be totally free. Maybe I'll add like a small little foam rock like I did over there, but it's going to be pretty open. So, yeah, you know, turned out pretty decent, especially for just a fun, basic DIY. So yeah, there it is. So I did not get to painting the hill. I will show off the hill as I put my stuff away. Let's just tidy up a little bit. But the hill, once again, that was junk foam. I just took some foam that I had sitting around after I did that terrain piece, and I decided to, so you can see I just jabbed it, I just rounded out the edges. I glue my fingers. I just soaked it in some brown paint. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it up to be like a grassy hill, so I figured I would use my moss or my grass, whatever you want to call it, that I made, and I'll also make a tutorial on how I make it, similar to what I did with my brown moss. So this is what I have on my desk. I have the hill, I have the barricades, and then if you can see, oh, you can't see in the back, I got some of these Blood Bowl tokens and whatnot that I'm going to paint for my father. So thank you for coming to join the stream. I will, if I can figure it out, I will post this on the YouTube channel, and you can see the whole stream, raw and unedited. You know, maybe I'll like add an intro or something. But thank you for stopping by. If you enjoyed it, you know, please feel free to follow or subscribe. I don't know what people say here on Twitch. But thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day, and hobby on.